Hi everyone, in today's video we're going to be discussing proof-based linear algebra. So typically a math major will take a proof-based linear algebra course. How it works in modern times today is typically there is a regular linear algebra class that has like some baby proofs, and then after you take that you will take a higher level class that is proof-based using a different book. And it's basically the same material, except there's more proofs. And for me, that was a very hard class. I got an A-, and I did not deserve the A. No, because there were some things I didn't quite understand, and I had a very hard time. And it was my first encounter with a real proof-based class beyond just, the beginner level proof writing class that you take as a math major. So in this video, I want to talk about that. And before we do, this video is 100% inspired by an email I have here, and it's from a viewer here in the channel. They have asked that I do not mention their name, and I will not, because they don't even write their name, but I won't mention their name. And I will read the email here. And thank you, by the way, for sending this email. By the way, if you have any advice for this person, please leave a comment in the comment section below. Remember, when you leave comments, it helps other people here on the channel as well. Okay, the subject is struggle with proof-based linear algebra. Dear Math Sorcerer, I hope you are well. I am a first-year math student taking a proof-based course in linear algebra. I seem to have trouble with two things. One, coming up with a concrete outline for proofs, and translating all the abstraction into an effective method, that's the second one, to solve exercises that require a bit of computation. Sometimes it feels like I understand too little of the course with all the propositions and theorems and their respective proofs. And it takes me too much time to make sense of exercises and find solutions. Any tips for gaining better understanding of the course and being more efficient when solving problems? Thanks in advance. I really appreciate your videos. P.S. If you ever post my question on YouTube, please do not mention my name. I love that part, and that's good. One time I made a video, this has happened before, and I put it here on YouTube, and the person who sent me the email was like, no, why'd you make a video? So I felt really bad, and I took the video down. So thanks for mentioning that. So this video will not. This video will stay up. So I do have some advice for you. So first, let me just say thank you for your message. This is a great message, and I can relate to your struggle, right? When I was in that proof-based linear algebra class, that was hard. That was like soul-consuming. I mean, I had an incredible teacher, best teacher I've ever had. Man was a legend, and he's still here today. He's a living legend. But yeah, so my advice would be the following. First of all, go see your teacher, right? That's something that I did do, but I didn't ask any questions. Why? I was just afraid, right? Fear, right? Why don't people raise their hands in class and ask questions when they're lost? Because they're scared, right? So don't let fear hold you back from finding those answers. And when you go see your professor, go see them with a positive attitude. And sometimes it depends on the teacher, just as a heads up. I don't know how your situation is going to go. I've experienced multiple interactions. It could be good or bad. They might not help you. They might purposely just give you hints because they'll want you to figure it out on your own. So keep that in mind when you go see your teacher, that might be something that occurs, okay? So that could happen to you, okay? It could happen. Might not, but it could. So just be ready for that. Just be ready for that. That's happened to me. I mean, and sometimes it's like, oh, please help me, and they won't, So yeah, so keep that in mind. So go see him or her. That's step number one. Step number two is get as many books as you can on linear algebra. And I'll try to remember to leave links to a bunch of them. I have a whole bunch, okay? And I'll just spit out some names here. The one by Anton is really good. It's not really proof-based, but it's got some baby proofs. It's a solid, clean book. I like the one by Anton. Lay is very similar. Also worth getting if you can get it for a few bucks. Lang's book, it doesn't have as much content and the layout isn't as modern as some of the newer books, but it's got some nice proofs. And yeah, I like it. I do like Lang's book a lot. It's very clean. It has some different topics that are kind of fun. So if you get sick of studying for your class, you can mess around with Lang's book and read about modules or something. You know, he throws in weird stuff. You know, he'll have a book on some topic, and then you'll have like group theory, and they're like, what? That's Lang. He did whatever he wanted to do, and he did a good job. So Lang's book is really good, but it's still a little bit too easy probably for what you're doing. So what you're really going to need is something like Friedberg's book, which is, it's the book I used. So it's a good book. It's a great reference. I used it even after I finished the class. I used it in graduate school as a reference. So Friedberg, Inzel, and Spence. I recommend that book. It's hardcore. The proofs are very pedantic, but I recommend that one. So get books. So 1, go see your teacher. Right? Go see your teacher. That's just number 1. 2, get all the books you can. These books, by the way, even if they don't end up helping you now, you can have them for the rest of your life, right? You can start building your math book collection, right? You can start building that. Another piece of advice I have for you when it comes to this stuff is really focus on the proof structure. Okay, you even mentioned that. You said it here. You said coming up with a concrete outline for proofs. Okay, so one of the things that I remember, I'm just thinking about myself struggling, is understanding the question. Like, half the battle in these problems in linear algebra is reading the question and like understanding what are they even saying, okay? I mean, and I'm serious. So once you understand what they're saying, if you can make it that far, then honestly you're in a better position than me. I remember looking at problems and spending hours trying to understand what the question was saying. I once spent like an entire afternoon on IRC. It stands for Internet Relay Chat. It's an old way of communicating. People still use it, I think. So I was on IRC in the math chat room with one of the senior members there. I won't mention his name because he's probably still there. And he's a really good guy. And he helped me for hours. For hours, he was trying to explain this problem to me. And I finally got it. It took like 5 hours. So don't do that. So manage your time wisely. And go see your teacher, because he or she will help you with that outline for proofs. That is the number one thing you're missing, right? Once you get that proof outline, everything else is just about memorizing the definitions and applying them, and then proving some theorems, and then you memorize some theorems. There's a lot of memorization in linear algebra, and it's very linear, and that's not supposed to be a joke, but it is, right? Everything builds on top of everything, and you have these big theorems that relate solutions to systems of equations, to invertibility of matrices. I mean, just all related. So linear algebra, yeah, that's my advice. Get as many books as you can get, go see your teacher, and really focus on that proof writing, you know. And if you have some extra time, I mean, I don't know your level, but like you can look at like Book of Proof. That's free and it's online. Book of Proof was written by Richard Hammock, and that's free. Anyone in the world with an internet connection can download it. It's a PDF book, and you can learn how to write proofs. But that would be my advice. I know what it's like. I'm looking at your email. I'm thinking, what else can I tell you, you know? What else can I tell you? Yeah, more efficient at solving problems. Manage your time. Manage your time. It's a tough one because I struggled with the same thing, you know? Does anyone here have any advice for this person? Leave a comment in the comment section below. Any tips, any other books you recommend for linear algebra? I'm always interested in other books. Strang's book is really good. Someone left a comment the other day. It's like, why don't you ever recommend Strang's book? I'm like, I do own Strang's book. And it has answers to the problems. It's a great book. And Strang has lectures on YouTube. They're free, or on MIT's open courseware. So yeah, I do like Strang. He's a brilliant man, brilliant mathematician. Anyways, that's my advice. If you have any advice, leave a comment. If you want to learn math, I do have courses. They're on Udemy, which is a reputable place to have courses. But if you get them, use my links for 2 reasons. 1, it helps me greatly. And 2, I've lowered the price to the bare minimum. So yeah, when you click my links, you should get a low price. And I've got courses on algebra, calculus, differential equations, abstract algebra, advanced calculus, etc. Tons of courses. The key takeaway from this video is that proof-based linear algebra is really, really hard. I struggled with it too. It kicked my butt. I mean, I got an A-, but barely. I mean, I probably could have gotten a B, and I would have been like, yep, yeah, and yeah. So, hard class, takes a lot of work. And also, I want to mention this before I end this video, just to give you some hope, because there's a light at the end of the tunnel, as they say. I was really crushed. You know, I had a hard time with that class, and I was thrilled with my A-. I'm like, oh yeah, I made it. But I took the same teacher for an abstract algebra class, and I got an A, and I rocked it. I understood almost everything. I understood like 99%, maybe 98% of what that man taught, which is very rare, right? On average, you understand maybe 60 to 70%, at least in my experience, of what's taught in a classroom. So yeah, that's my advice. So I've talked too much. As always, keep doing mathematics.